motherfuckers on the road. Where the hell they learn to drive? Jive turkeys at my job, about to get a cool, cold, mean 5. Should've took the day off. Might slap my boss. My own damn kids pissing me off, as if I hadn't had enough. Chipotle, fuck my goddamn order up. I'm fed up, I'm fed up, I'm fed up. I feel like slapping a nigga today. Whoa, whoa, whoa. I feel like slapping a nigga today. Whoa, whoa, whoa. I feel like slapping a nigga today. Whoa, whoa, whoa. Bartender, don't you see me waving you down? This guy came after me, I was here first, but you serving him rounds. No, I bought the Uber here, my friends expecting me to buy it back. Tomorrow morning, I better get a cash app, or every last one of you motherfuckers getting slapped. Bet that. Whoa, I feel like slapping a nigga today. Whoa, whoa, whoa. I feel like slapping a nigga today. Whoa, whoa, whoa. I feel like slapping a nigga today. Whoa, whoa, whoa. Woke up this morning with these thoughts in my head. The world would be better off if I just stayed my ass in bed. Whoa, I feel like slapping a nigga today. Whoa, whoa, whoa. I feel like slapping a nigga today. Whoa, whoa, whoa. I feel like slapping a nigga today. Whoa, whoa, whoa.
Hey, everybody. Welcome to AAA episode number 597. That was my best guess.
397, huh?
No, not 3. 5. 597. Because it was, the last one I did was 595. You did Friday. Drunkle had IRL shit to take care of Monday, so no show Monday. So Wednesday, 597, right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, all right. I can math. Or maths. For our Welsh colleague who isn't currently here. But that's okay. I'm sure he'll be here soon. Oh, shit. Band to quiet the fuck down. So there it is. Okay, well, what's that?
Stuck at work.
What?
He said he was stuck at work.
Yeah. Like permanently or?
No, I think he's just running late.
Yeah. Last I heard he said he was just going to be a few minutes late. All right. Well, there it is. Okay. So joining me here in the sitting room, as you might already know, is Sinatra. Sinatra, what are you up to?
Hello.
What's going on?
Oh, not a whole lot. What's going on, buddy? How you doing?
Oh, you know, trying to sort and organize stories and whatchamacallits and whatnot.
Well, that sounds fun.
Have you ever had a tune, like, you know, you got a track in your head and you're carrying the tune, you're whistling it or you're singing or whatever? Have you ever had someone come up and say, "What song is that?"
No.
That happened to me this morning.
It seems a little invasive.
It felt weird. I answered. I didn't want to. I wanted to say, like, dude, quit.
Fuck off.
Yeah, quit eavesdropping into my personal bubble, man. I was singing for me.
Yeah, this is an A conversation. That's a little weird.
If you want to be here, you can see your way out of it. Yeah.
I like that. That's good.
Yeah. What was fun? It's like I'm at one of the convenience stores on campus, like one of the fake 7-Elevens I got there, and
the 812.
Yeah, exactly. You don't have one of those, or you never been in a town that has one?
No.
You never seen an 812? I have. A 610, an 812, absolutely.
I've never even heard of that.
Yeah. Oh yeah. The you know, like AM PM, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. You've never seen a EST, MST?
No.
Yeah. I was in a small town and they had one of those. I was like, what the? Oh, wait, that's like AM, PM, but you were trying to. Yeah, that's good. There was. So anyway, I'm standing there in line. And
was that a pop-up? Because nothing came up for.
Is what?
Oh, I thought you were getting quiet for a pop-up.
No. Donations? No. No one's donated yet, but if you are feeling so inclined, you can find all of our Streamlab links below, including the way to turn Sinatra into various things, including a meatball sandwich and a kaiju meatball. Everyone forgot about the kaiju meatball, but it exists.
I forgot about it.
Yeah, it's still down there. I forgot about it, so I'm not really blaming anybody. But yeah. Or if you are so inclined, you can go ahead over to Twitter and tweet the twit that I sent out earlier, the excerpt, saying that we're going live, because that can help us out in a big way, because the algorithm's cruel. It's a cruel mistress these days, and so yeah, hard to get your shit rolling.
I got a meatball sub earlier today. Those are good, man. Subway ones. I know. You're getting Twitter fingers riled up there, but they're good.
Okay, one, I got a story about Subway today, so that's nice segue. And I've been doing the steak and cheese rather than, like, the meatball's my standard go-to, but I encountered 2 bad meatball subs in a row from there, and I signed off for a little bit and went with the steak and cheese instead. I love how they call it a steak and cheese, not a cheese. Yeah. 2 bad meatballs back to back. It was, you know, when you go there sometimes. Classic. 0 thank you very much for the $5. Ahoy hoy, Drunkle. He's here in spirit. Do you think they only send female astronauts up to space because the satellite dishes are dirty?
All right, that wasn't too bad.
Yeah, that was a win, man. That was good. I appreciate that. Did you hear Katy Perry's statement about it?
No.
We're putting the ass back in astronaut. If you don't realize that you're supporting, like, someone who's, I'll just say it, borderline retarded. She's so fucking stupid. She's borderline retarded. And I mean in the
It could be-
classic sense of the word, stunted mental growth, like retarder brakes for trucks and stuff like that retards the movement of the tires. Yeah, at some point she ate something toxic or whatever, and it affected her brain because she's not bright.
I don't think I've ever heard her talk.
Oh, you should watch interviews. During the beginning of the Me Too movement, she shaved her head and started talking crazy shit, and it was
What?
Oh yeah, she was a lunatic, man, for a hot minute. You know what?
Really?
You know what I think happened? Remember, like the news stories that went around, people talk about it. Like Tom Cruise fired his publicist / personal manager and brought on his sister to fill that role. And that was the time when basically Tom Cruise was let out of his cage, like figuratively speaking. That's when he was jumping on the couch with Oprah and doing all these lunatic things, and all the clips that people use of Tom Cruise acting nuts in public. That's all the time period they're from. It turns out that his personal manager was his tard wrangler. So I'm thinking.
So you think the same thing's happening?
That Katy Perry fired or lost or whatever the fuck her tard wrangler, and then got it back because she grew her hair long and is just, every time she shows up in public, look, tits, like she realizes what works for her. It's certainly not her stunning social commentary. I bet she ate lead paint. I could see that. Unregulated Chinese imports covered in lead paint, and she just, didn't understand the difference between something that was edible and something that was not, even though she was in her early 20s at the time.
I mean, that all sounds accurate. Yeah, I could see.
Oh, yeah, that's right. She married Russell Brand. See, I don't follow these celebrities.
Katy Perry did?
I guess so. I that sounds about
Where
right.
the hell have I been?
Man, wear it as a badge of honor. Oh, wait, you want to know every detail of these fucking vapid celebrities' lives? You know what I mean?
No, literally just Katy Perry.
Oh, okay.
I'm kidding, by the way.
God damn it. Men went up to space to get away from their wives. Yeah, well,
The wives followed him.
We did this whole extended thing off of last Friday. We were talking about Russell Brand's little amulet.
Oh, yeah.
Remember? Wait, because it directly related to these things from Brain Power Beta Blockers, a company that Far and I looked into, like, just came across it randomly back in the day. It's a stupid little collections of electronic parts that were just soldered together and went to their website afterwards. I just want to see, are they still up? Oh, they weren't only up, they had a whole new set of inventory available.
Oh, they have so they restock.
Yeah. So somebody got out their soldering iron and soldered together like 75 cents worth of electronic parts and put them use them as a pendant. And it's like, this will help your ability to see to other realms of reality. And I'm not exaggerating. That's the way they talk. This guy's out of his mind who's been selling this stuff.
Somebody's buying it, though.
You have to figure something. Or this guy is using it as a massive cash laundering operation where people have just been PayPaling me the money this whole time, because most of his transactions, or all the transaction pages, the carts, are pay by PayPal or credit card through PayPal. So it's like, are you getting a whole bunch of money for the drugs you're selling on PayPal, and this is your way of pretending? Well, actually, I'm selling these amulets.
Okay, yeah, that one sounds pretty believable. Just a big money laundering through PayPal. I could
see what I mean. I mean, that's why mobsters, well, I was about to say back in the day, but even, to the day, mobsters who know what they're doing really like cash only operations, like small pizza parlors. You got a chain of 4 or 5 pizza parlors. That explains where all the cash I'm getting is coming from. I'm a partner in one of these pizza parlors. It's like, you would have to do some seriously heavy duty, long-term forensic accounting to demonstrate that pizza joint does not have enough foot traffic business to support the amount of cash they're claiming. Because who the fuck uses a credit card to buy a $5 jumbo slice,
Right. They have to have
I'm,
people on watch.
Yeah. And forensic accountants, man, they exist, and they're, obviously really good at what they do, but you can't reconstruct it quickly or easily. That's going to be part of a massive federal RICO case to pull it off,
And I think most of them got fired from the IRS.
Yeah. Because they need to hire a bunch of You remember when they hired all the armed IRS new swath of
Wheelchair
agents?
bound people.
And I was just about to say, and they were like trans persons of color in wheelchairs, and we're not even making that up. They were. It's like, wait,
They were.
what the fuck? Why are you on a physical training obstacle course in a wheelchair? I'm not saying people in wheelchairs can't work at the IRS, but what happens if somebody decides to run? What are you going to do?
Well, your legs won't get tired.
No, your arms will though, unless that thing's
Yeah, that's true.
motorized. But how fast can that go?
If, at least 6.
A jumbo slice of pizza? Yeah, Kefki. Without any lead chips. I don't care how tasty you think they are. Stop it. She said they were tasty up there. I'm not being mean. Just they divorced years ago. Oh, I totally believe you. I did. Did anybody think that there was a long-term marriage for Russell Brand or Katy Perry, much less having them together? I'm surprised they didn't fucking get into a screaming match and divorce by the time they got to the end of the aisle, walking away from being married as if there was an aisle.
What do you mean?
Either they did it as a civil ceremony. This is total guesswork because I have no idea, but I would imagine those two psychopaths and social media whores would either, it would all just be done as a civil ceremony, meaning it would just be paperwork that they signed, and then the announcement online, or it would be an online extravaganza, meaning they would like paraglide into the wedding ceremony or something. You know, you think those two are just going to walk down an aisle and then be married and then walk out?
I could see the paragliding ceremony gimmick.
Yeah, absolutely. And I'm not saying that people who are paragliding enthusiasts shouldn't want to do that for some kind of public ceremony or whatever, you know. But they're just, yeah, attention whores, let's face it.
Frank Cap says, I have a 30-mile-per-hour motor scooter. Really? Are you street legal?
What? If you weren't caught going radically over the speed limit, what would stop you? The make and model?
Yeah, what if you blew through a school zone? Are they going to fucking pull your ass over?
What's right? I can understand anybody on a scooter, a motorcycle, a Vespa, whatever the fuck, getting pulled over for breaking the speed limit. Yeah, of course. You're breaking the speed limit, they pull you over, assuming they use like a radar gun or laser gun or whatever. But so you said street legal. How do you not register certain, like, you know, if you've got like a nitrous system on your car, that's not street legal in a lot of places, right? So just simply having it on your vehicle, how do they know you've got a souped up cam to the max illegal scooter? How would they know?
Mobility scooter, not motor scooter, my bad.
Oh, well,
it's his his thing. The wheelie cart.
Wheelie cart. The Walmart carts.
Yeah.
I mean, I've seen some pretty cool ones. I'm not hating. I've seen ones that have like the removable bubble top and oh yeah.
What?
Yeah, like, you know,
Are you
like,
serious?
like a mobility scooter doesn't have a top to it. It's not a car. Oh, they sell them. Like customized.
That's cool.
Oh yeah. Yeah. Like they make them like, you know, mobile little man caves, so to speak.
That's really cool. I feel like I'm being cheated out of cool shit here by having legs.
Hold on. Pimped out mobility scooter. I've got a strong feeling that just typing that itself in will bring up the results I want. Hold on here. Let me share the screen.
Oh no.
Screen. Go live. See, this is how we get into trouble on Noir Bar, man. We ask a dumb question and look something up on DuckDuckGo image search, and we're off. You know, that kind of thing. Hold on, video capture. There it is. Boom. Pimped out mobility scooters. Look at some of these things, man.
Does one have subs in it? Right there, the red one, right below that.
Oh yeah, the booming
Look at
system.
that.
Look at this guy.
Hell yeah.
Nice. Fucking, he's high up too.
Yeah, he's big pimping.
Oh, okay, nice. Five-star scooters? Is that the see here, Sin, this is what I was thinking of. Like there's mobility scooters that are like just cars. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
That you're in
That's
your own
fair.
you're in your own little Pope mobile, like, you know, large glass area and all that. This seems like what you'd go with. Throne look.
That's a wheelchair.
That is a wheelchair. Okay, this would be your wheelchair. Top 15 pimped out wheelchairs.
That is a new R-Bar article there.
Oh yeah, there's a reason I opened it. I'm like, well, okay, wait, boom, content. 5-star scooters. Okay. I just want to show you the like. There's big brands of scooters. I don't really know what they are, but oh, man, look at that. See, this is the kind of top that I was thinking of. The click-on, you know, that take a mobility scooter and then sort of like they make it like a Lego piece. There's the most popular brands, and these various companies make Lego attachments that you can just click on, ready to go, plug and play items. Like
It looks like a golf cart.
yeah, it starts to look like a golf cart real quick, but still, you know, you want a windscreen and shit. There you go. It's all yours, buddy.
Yeah, Kepke said the same thing. Looks a little bit like a golf cart.
I saw some little fuckers scooting around my neighborhood and on these things, and I'm like, I want one. I want one.
Is that the electric?
Heroin. Peppermint flavored heroin.
Hell yeah. You tell him, Steve Dave, thank you for the 375. Peppermint flavored heroin. There's a hell of a peppermint flavored heroin. So smash the like button, or peppermint will be the last thing you ever smell, because you're 6 feet under, cocksuckers. Yeah, by all means. Oh yeah, that reminds me. I also got the new donation down there. It's $6. I think we only saw it like once last week because I didn't get my shit in order. And have it. Hey, is that a Vespa? Yeah.
Yeah.
I've never.
That's a Prima.
Oh, Prima. Same company?
I have no idea.
Look, they're pretty retro looking. See, I want to see, you know, how fast can you get one of these collapsible scooter deals? I don't want to be this douchebag. I just want to annoy people around my neighborhood by, you know.
They're pricey.
Are they really? Yeah.
The electric ones, they're rechargeable.
I thought they would be. There's the extremely utilitarian ones that are like, they're big and they're chunky, and they have the wheel security lock on them.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? That it's part of an app that like find one near you, like the smart cars and shit.
Mm-hmm.
I see those abandoned all over the place. Abandoned me because what you're supposed to do. It's like, well, how far is it to the nearest one that's just been sitting there?
Yeah, the little app that you can see where the closest one is.
Yeah. See, this was the kind of mobility scooter I was thinking of with the whole top to it and everything.
Yeah. That is a Pope mobile.
Yeah. See, it's got shocks on the glass and everything because they're meant to plug into it, and headlights and all that.
It's kind of cool, though. I imagine you roll into Walmart with that bitch. You're getting all the old ladies. What's up, Janice? You want me to carry your watermelon?
Hey, Prudence. How's things down at the bingo hall?
Gertie, what's up?
See my new wheels? Candy apple red, baby. How do you rev the engine to look cool?
It's got to be hand controlled, right? So it even looks like a motorcycle.
Well, I mean, it's electric though. What are you revving?
Battery. It just whines louder.
Yeah. So boom, there it is. So that's what I mean when I say that. AD smart charge. Look at the speakers.
I like that.
Yeah, so there it is. So what's been going on your channel,
panache. I haven't done a video all week, and I feel bad about it, but it's Holy Week. I've been prepping for Easter dinner. I've been a busy boy.
Really? Like you've been collecting produce and shit, or what?
Yeah, I did some shopping. I made the sauce last week, and then tomorrow I'm going to buy the stuff to make a baked ziti.
Is that what you're doing? Baked ziti. Okay.
Doing baked ziti and a ham. Nice.
Like a sweet Virginia ham, or what are you gonna do?
Usually, like we get like a spiral honey ham. Kind
Okay,
of ham.
yeah. Spiral hams are cool.
Yeah, I like them.
I've only had a few. Unfortunately, both of them were dry, but in my opinion, they don't need to be that way, so I feel I've been robbed.
You have been. They are very good.
Yeah. You know, my
Yeah.
favorite thing to do that's either people go, oh, absolutely, or what the fuck are you talking about?
What?
When you take a nice baked ham, a Virginia ham, and you spike it with cloves.
Yeah, well, you always put some cloves.
Okay, go around and ask your friends. Have you ever put cloves in a ham? What are you talking
I
about?
don't give a fuck what my friends do. I make the better food.
I don't know. I was just surprised. They're like, man, cloves. Those go in like weird Indian recipes, and it's like, not really, bro. It's somehow the clove flavor is fucking magical when it goes in a ham. It's unbelievably good,
Yeah, if you're not using cloves, you're missing out
Yeah.
at least a bit.
and it's so easy to do too. You just got to like stab it with a little paring knife, and then boom, they slip right in. That's it, and you're done.
Yeah.
I made
So
the
you
mistake.
said before that. Sorry.
No, go ahead.
No, I was gonna completely steer somewhere else. So what were you gonna say?
I was at Walmart the other day, and fuck, never go to a Walmart if Valine's in the voice chat that you're hanging out with when you got your earbuds in when you go into Walmart, because she's gonna bust your balls the entire time you're in there. It's pretty vicious.
That tracks.
Yeah. I walk up and I ask one of the Walmart people, because you never spot anybody from Walmart. Hey, I got a secret. You want to know how to find a Walmart employee? Make it look like you're about to pocket something, like you're going to 5-finger discount it. You know what I mean? They'll drop out of the ceiling like ninjas. Up until then, you won't find any fucking buddy that works there, especially if you're there to buy ammo. You know how hard it is to find the guy with the fucking key to the ammo fucking box?
I never buy ammo from Walmart.
I have. That's where bulk 22 can be really cheap there. Oh, bulk shot shells too, if you're looking for,
Really? Oh, they have them?
Yeah, 50-round packs of buckshot and shit. Some of the cheapest.
I haven't seen those anywhere.
Yeah, next to surplus, the cheapest buckshot I've ever found has been at Walmart repeatedly, because hunting, if you know what I mean. Like, it's like, yeah, they actually cater to that market. Not so good for handgun ammunition, but rifle and shotgun and 22, pretty cool.
If you have a hard time finding shit at Walmart, if you go on the website and it'll show you which store you're in, and it'll show you where what you're looking for is in the store.
Is this another reason I should turn location on my phone?
Yeah, you can like just put in the zip code or whatever.
Oh,
and
yeah,
it'll
I
be like,
guess.
are you at
I mean,
Be like
I was
this
thinking, it's like,
Walmart
aren't
next
all
to the old
Walmarts
bar?
laid out the same way? Can't you direct me at least to the general
No.
section? I needed a metal tube for a project I was working on. And Reaper gave me the idea, why don't you get one of the metal straws that the hippies use? And I was like, oh, yeah. I walk into, Zach says, who the fuck doesn't know where shit is at Walmart? Where are the fucking straws? The metal ones.
the metal straws? They're
I
by
thought
the section that smells like patchouli.
nice. It turns out, oh, yeah.
You can get hit with the fifth, twisted with the biscuit, blasted with the ratchet, jack with the mac, body with the shotty, dump with the pump, rock with the clock, sprayed with the K, dome with the chrome, down with the pound, tap with the strap, black with the gat, duster with the musket, tag with the mag, wet with the Intratec, bled with the lead.
Woo! Hell yeah.
Nice.
Feeling that hype. Thank you,
Nice.
Festonia, for the big $25. Greatly appreciated. Polly, yada yada. That's it.
Yeah, fair.
Just a man, a
Okay.
few words and intense moves. That's Festonia. And you also get to, hold on, we're going to upgrade Sin here. Oh, I know. We're going to do the first upgrade. Bang. Meatball sub. Look at that delicious fucker.
Do you like a meatball sub?
I just
Versus,
didn't
you like
put
stereotype.
any meatball sub there. I went through the images to find the most delicious looking one, and that was it.
Oh, well, thank you for your thoughts.
Oh, God.
Eh.
Good Lord.
How you feeling about that one?
I don't feel nearly as enthused.
No, it's not doing it for you.
No, it's not.
I'll be sure to let Ricky know. That was Fostonia. No homo. Pearson. But if I was, yeah, I bet. Thank you, Fostonia. Totally no homo.
Yeah, especially when you say it like that. Jeez, damn, Sid.
What?
Some people were right. It turns out it's in the drinkware section, which I would have thought of. And I walked back and forth through the drinkware section like, oh man, I kind of want those shot glasses. You tell Steve Dave, thanks for the $6. You know what? Here. Did you bother to read every word of my donations? I want to see this sixer you're talking about. Well, there it is.
Steve Dave, the only time I don't read every word of your donations is when you send me a novel for $1. That's when it's every third word.
The novel dollar?
Yeah, the novel dollar.
Dollar novel. Yeah, dollar novel.
That's the only time.
I remember when dime store novels were 10 cents.
Now they're $1 at stream.
I know. Dollar Tree, my ass. Nothing in there under a fin.
Do you got the $1.25 tree over there?
The $1.25 tree?
That's what it is now.
No.
Oh, it's a brave new world, sir.
Okay. You know what's going on there, in my opinion.
Pocketing extra cash?
No, that's just proof that everything at Walmart is is Chinese crap.
Oh God, yeah.
Everything that is at Dollar Tree is $5 crap or Chinese dollar crap. And
yep, it's all the same.
Trump hits them up with, Temu shit. I was telling you, we were going over a bunch of Temu fucking crappy products and just the exclamation I just kept saying over and over again. If that thing works, I'll eat my hat. Because it's like, there's no way you can have a fucking tire inflator, battery charger, battery booster that's the size of a VHS cassette tape for $15. That's just not going to work. There's no way.
You don't think so?
No. How the fuck are you going to fit an air compressor that
not.
small and that efficient in that tight of a package for $15?
I would think with the steady march of technology, we might be at least getting a little bit better at this stuff, but it doesn't seem to be the case.
I mean, we talked about it before. It's not so much like the air compressor being small. And I have no doubt that a very clever engineer could design an extremely efficient air compressor that would fit in a package that small. No doubt. But as my dad likes to say, the golden triangle of engineering on the three sides are cheap, fast, and good. You can have two, but never all three.
Yeah.
If you want it, you want it good and cheap, it ain't going to be fast. If you want it fast and cheap, it ain't going to be good. You know what I mean? I'm like, wow.
It seems to be
that's
anything,
insightful.
really, though.
Yeah. Just coming from him as an engineer, it's like I tried to explain this to a lot of people, and they just didn't get it. These were really common, which kind of killed me. Video capture. Collapsible straws in their own keychain ring carrying case.
That at least makes sense.
Yeah.
Like, what are you going to get, a paper straw at the fucking coffee shop? No.
No, I mean, if you've got some personal ethics and scruples about using disposable straws, then fuck yeah, this is the way to go. It even comes with a fancy little telescoping cleaning brush. Like, all right, cool. You do that. Tax subsidies for the $5 that these things are, that you want to have to pay $5 in tax federally because you bought one of these fucking things if you got the receipt. Yeah, okay. I'm great. That's how you help the environment. You don't help the environment? Artificially gaming paper straw companies to be successful in the market by creating laws that artificially restrict people from doing something that they'd want to do because of some bad environmental reports about straws killing seagulls or something.
I don't have any, visceral need to save seagulls, but I have an issue with paper straws that they just suck and they make everything taste icky.
They 100% they do.
So I would buy one of these if I lived in one of those areas where they handed out paper straws, just so I could have a straw.
Yeah. It's funny you say that. Rotten Corpse immediately started talking about, wow, those are like the machine capsules that the Nazis got their cyanide ampules in. And
Yeah, it does.
you know what I mean? It was Sam, Reaper, myself in Discord when we were talking about these things because I was over there at Walmart. And we just started talking about the various things that we would use the container for, and we completely left the straw just right out of the conversation. Reaper's like, that's how you get, that's what happens when you get three men together. It's like, how could I use that? What else could I carry in there? We started talking about, and make a good pill container for your first aid kit or your survival kit. Oh, yeah. For your meds, put a gasket in there if it wasn't water sealed already. Like, oh, yeah. If you're running off of something that takes quadruple A batteries, those are a thing.
What?
Quadruple A batteries? Yeah.
Never heard of that.
There's double A and there's triple A. And then there's
Yeah.
quadruple A. They're just really long batteries. They're like AAA batteries, but extremely long to fit in pen flashlights and stuff. It's about their form factor, not their...
Huh.
really thin pen lights and jazz like that. They're the same 1.5 volts, same amperes.
Interesting.
No, officer, this is not a one-hitter. It's just a metal straw. Exactly. I'm not trying to do rails from a long distance off the tabletop. But yeah, these are expensive as hell. Don't buy anything that requires these. You'll pay for it. I found that out when I bought a flashlight that requires CR123As. Pain in the ass that was. They're expensive. You know these, right, Sin? They go in they go in EOTech sites and a lot of other fun stuff that goes.
Oh yeah.
You know.
I have a little pack of them.
You have a what?
A little pack of them.
Yeah. Yep. I bought the Energizer ones and quickly found out that they're not the fast drain kind. And if you're going to have a flashlight that's running 1,000 lumens, you really want to buy the fast drain kind because I just killed those batteries so fast. And then bought a pack of Surefire brand ones. I'm like, am I being duped here?
Shit.
Buying Surefire brand? And dude, they last forever and they actually fucking work.
So that's the thing. Good, fast, or cheap.
Yeah. What's my opinion on what happened Saturday at Harrisburg, Pennsylvania at the governor's mansion? I totally have you heard about that, Sin?
I heard about it yesterday.
Yeah, I should have brought up some news stories on that. I actually forgot about it till right now. What's my opinion on it? That's domestic terrorism, isn't it?
It is absolutely terrorism.
The guy's got the record that you expected him to have, if you know what I mean.
Mm-hmm.
What is he, a Democrat? What are you? No, what are you kidding me? Democrats aren't nearly left enough for this guy. Progressive liberals are, 2 steps away from fucking, Pinochet as far as he's concerned.
Yeah, dude said he was the People's Socialist or something like that.
Yeah. It didn't. The only thing that really surprised me about the story was when I saw the damage done. Like, wow, he brought just not some incendiary Molotov devices. He brought some seriously effective ones because that place is gutted, burned out. And you know what this reminds me of? When the guy went to whack out a Supreme Court judge and then backed out of it and decided to call the police and say, like, I'm here and I'm come and get me. And it's like, he had a map to all the conservative justices' homes.
I remember that. And then nobody talked about it.
Yeah. And rope and duct tape and handcuffs and zip ties and guns and ammo and, like, you know what I mean? He was ready to Jack Bauer his way in there. And that's nothing. It's fine. It's fine. Really? You mean to have the Senate Majority Leader turning around and yelling at the Supreme Court building that they're going to reap the whirlwind of their decisions and that the people are going to rise up and blah, blah, blah? You mean constantly talking about Trump's violent rhetoric while you're carrying on like that, Chuck Schumer, maybe isn't a good idea, you ridiculous ancient fossil fraud? I don't like Chuck Schumer.
I don't think anybody does.
Well, you know what Schumer's like? He's like Hillary Clinton was in 2015. They have their tentacles so far into the DNC and so far into the political process that you can't just fire them. You can't just get rid of them. They're part of the process. To simply yeet Hillary Clinton in 2015 would have been to have kicked one of the legs out from underneath your table. She was that incestuously embedded in the system, which is how she was able to turn the whole thing on Bernie, remember?
She did everything she could.
Yeah. I mean, and that's Chuck Schumer. Same kind of idea. Embedded like a tick that's been hammered in. There's no way to get them out until they decide to leave. Nancy Pelosi, same thing. How does somebody who's lost as many seats as her with a terrible record that she has, that's been representing the same district in San Francisco for longer than I've been alive, up until the time she had retired? That's true.
And longer than that.
Just how the fuck is this person still the go-to person? And then remember, after she retires, the DNC gets together and honors her as the greatest Speaker of the House in American history. Even after she's gone, they still don't want to fuck with her because she's from her, hospice wheelchair still fucking pulling strings.
Yeah.
You would think that with people like that, this tour against the oligarchy that Bernie and AOC are on right now might make some Democratic stops if they're really concerned about an oligarchy. Just thinking.
I don't think they are.
No,
they are not concerned about any of that at all.
This guy called the cops on himself too. Yeah, that's what I was saying, is that he was ready to do it, ready to be down. And I think that the spirit moved him at that moment. What am I doing? He just thought better of it. I just could take him at his word, because it's not like he was threatened into it. And it's not like somebody was threatening him out of it. He just got there, and some people say, oh, he got jelly in the belly. He just got scared. Okay, fine. Fuck it. He got scared. Good. I mean, you can have somebody ready to whack out a Supreme Court judge, and the mainstream media will still look and say, oh, well, this is Donald Trump's violent rhetoric that caused this. And it's like, what the fuck? An attack on a Democratic governor of a largely Democratic state? And be like, oh, it's Trump's violent rhetoric. The people are rising up.
Yeah, it when it happens to Trump or a conservative judge, any of that stuff, it's, well, they asked for it.
Yeah. Remember the saga, short as it might be, of Han Asshole Solo?
Oh God, how could you get?
Remember that? A guy who made such a simple little gif of CNN's face over a guy that Trump was beating up on a WWE.
Vince McMahon.
Was that Vince McMahon he was nailing?
Yep.
Oh, okay. Yeah, a total, WWE thing to do, something like that. Have Donald Trump come in, this real estate tycoon, and beat up on Vince McMahon. Sure. Put CNN's face over it. And that's a threat against the media, and we need to find out who this guy is. And K-File from CNN, you scumbag fucks. They hunted down the original poster of that, the guy who created the meme, and threatened to dox him unless he apologized for it and promised to never do it again. I mean,
yeah, it was fucking wild.
Yeah. And the guy's screen name was Han Asshole Solo. Yeah, he's the original big balls, that guy.
The Vince McMahon Trump thing was funny. It's what they called they called it the hair match. I forget who Vince had, but they each picked a wrestler and the loser had to shave their head.
No shit.
Yeah, Trump had a cat named Bobby Lashley. This is way back in the way back. It was good.
I take it Vince was the one who had to shave?
Yes, Vince was the one who had to shave his head.
Sounds about right.
They doxed him anyway. Did they really?
Yeah, I didn't know that. I just read that. I remember the article ended with, from K-File, ended with a clear, obvious threat. He said that he will never engage in this kind of political rhetoric again, and we hold on to his personal information until such time as he decides to go against his own best interests, or in other words, do anything ever again, anywhere, and we'll dox the shit out of you. And it's like, oh, nice. You guys are real humanitarians.
Oh, it was Umaga. You said that you regretted looking into that the stabber thing.
Let's jump into it.
The name just
we got
completely escaped me.
Carmelo Anthony.
Carmelo.
Let's start off with that with some snooze. You want to do some snooze?
Yeah.
All right. Boom, boom. This is the latest frustration in this ongoing saga. Carmelo Anthony living with his family in a $900,000 home in a gated community, and he bought a new car after his release on bond.
No, I wonder how they afforded that. Interesting.
The presentation of this guy has been poor black youth from the wrong side of the tracks is being hated on by this evil white kid, and he just defended himself against the privileged white youth. This is the story that I've heard. I heard the people at The View call him a kid from poverty. That's a quote. This kid from poverty in a $900,000 home in a gated community was able to buy a car the moment his bond gets reduced from $1 million to $250,000. The reason it got reduced, it was an unfair burden that was racist in its intent to keep him locked up because there's no way he could afford that. Bullshit, 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 bullshit.
Yeah, absolutely calling bullshit.
Because it's a $1 million bond, but you find a bail bondsman who bonds him out for 10% of that on the trust that this guy Carmelo isn't going to flee the jurisdiction. And then the bail bondsman goes and gets him if he does, or lets it go, but then he forfeits all of his money, hence the 10%. Yeah. For those of you not in the U.S., that's how the bail bonding works. It's like when you hear $1 million bond, I mean, yeah, but you only got to put up 10% of that against a bail bondsman, and they cover the entirety of it through insurance and banking. But that also means if the person who got bonded out fucking runs, it's a problem because they're going to lose their money, which can be ruinous. So they don't want you to run. They got a vested interest in keeping you there. This bugs the shit out of me, man. The Texas teen accused of fatally stabbing a high school football star at a track meet allegedly lives in a $900,000 home with his family. Yeah.
That's fun.
At the pricey home inside of the gated community of Richwoods. Richwoods. Wow.
Richwoods.
Holy shit. After he was released from jail on Monday on a reduced $250,000 bond for allegedly killing Austin Metcalf earlier this month, the home, where rent is an estimated $3,500 a month.
Holy fuck.
Had a white Suburban, a black Acura, and a third sedan in the driveway on Tuesday. The neighbor said the family had just bought a new car. He got a new car, the resident told the outlet. You can look at the license plate. It's got a paper tag and it expires June 4th. Richwoods is about a mile from Centennial High, where Anthony went to school and ran track. Residents at the gated community were allegedly unaware the family was living at the home until Anthony was released Monday and have voiced concerns about having the accused killer in their exclusive neighborhood.
Yeah.
Just, hey, when he tells you, touch me and see what happens, just don't touch me.
Yeah, I think they know.
Yeah. he will stab you, and half of the internet will come after you for being racist, and you deserve to die. So just keep that in mind.
I'll be right back. I got to piss real quick.
All right. One of the anonymous mothers living in the neighborhood said, "Not good, not good. I don't think he should be out." Why would you go to court trying to style? Like, you seriously look like you're trying to be styling. You going to a Diddy White party? What are you doing? Why would you just wear like a suit and tie? You really want to look like you're going to a nightclub, kid? And I guess the answer is fuck yes, he does. All right. Another neighbor also told the outlet that Anthony's family is not poor. If they live in the gated community, yeah, I'd think so. They're not poor people, that's for sure. The home is also getting flooded with deliveries, allegedly for Anthony, with Amazon trucks being seen making multiple drop-offs at the home. The best thing they can do is move, said another neighbor. I think it's the best thing for everyone. I think what you mean by that is I don't think they're so much afraid of this guy, is that they don't want media camped out in front of their house for the next 2 years, which they will be, because the blood-sucking vulture slugs in media are going to do exactly that. Let's get him coming and going and explain about how, Carmelo, tell us your story about how you've been racistly oppressed in this horrible society. Anthony allegedly told police he was acting in self-defense, and his family claimed the narrative being spread is false, unjust, and harmful.
Have they provided a counter narrative or an explanation?
I like the way that this is written by the New York Post. It's like, they didn't mean this, but it's like, Anthony allegedly told police he was acting in self-defense. His family claimed the narrative being spread that he was acting in self-defense is false, unjust, and harmful. Like, it could be read that way, right?
I could see it.
Yeah, and on the Give, Send, Go fundraiser for their legal fees, which has raised more than $440,000 as of Wednesday. They, one, don't need it. And two, God, man, you're going to be at it forever. This thing is just, I mean, buckle up. This ain't going away. We're going to have to, a year and a half from now, we're still going to be talking about this. I don't want to be, because you don't think a civil case is coming?
No, it definitely is.
Hey, you live in a $900,000 home. Oh, we're coming for you. Like, wrongful death suit, anyone? Yeah.
I have a lot of opinions on this. I think that the idea that they are just portraying this kid as some poor black from the inner city kid when he is like a descendant of the 1% is hilarious.
Well, that's my entire point.
And the fact that they raised
is that it's just, he is the narrative that's harmful to all of the United States and unjust is, well, he's black, he's poor. Okay, you're a fucking bigot, because one, it's not true, and two, why are you trying to convince everybody that they see is a violent, poverty-stricken social miscreant?
Have you seen any of the comments on the Give, Send, Go?
No, none. I've never.
It's insane. It's like, thank you for fighting white supremacy.
Sounds about right.
Shit like that.
Yeah. I think the part that's tough to get away from is, yeah, there's no doubt an element of ideological satisfaction for the media outlets that are covering this case in a particular way, where this is an act of self-defense against a racist white kid who went and fucked with him and got what was coming to him because he tried to manhandle people, as black folks have been manhandled for the past 300 years. If you're saying something like that, you're just full of shit. Yeah, I think there is ideological satisfaction in doing that, but more than anything, there's stoking the fire for views and clicks. That is their primary motivator, in my opinion, more than anything. It's like, well, no, they're true believers. Really? Like the Morning Joe idiots, Mika and Joe? Donald Trump wins and they go immediately to Mar-a-Lago to meet with him. It's like, where is their ideological purity there? I mean, I know it's an unrelated issue, but I'm talking about media people. They're scum-sucking vultures, man. They have no morals or no ethics outside of wanting to be on the moral high ground because it makes them feel good. They're not good people. Everything that you see of media is that they're news entertainers. They're using current events for the sake of entertaining you. And much like any entertainment film, they need conflict and they need drama. So rape, murder, bleeding, it leads.
I think it's going to be interesting to see how this plays out going forward, especially if stuff like this keeps making it to the headlines. By the way, $900,000 house. Oh, by the way, 4 new cars in the driveway. Oh, give them more money.
Okay, David Graham, I think, has got the quote of the day. It's hard out there on the cul-de-sac.
Yeah. Streets are killer, man.
Yeah. You walked by that little girl selling lemonade for 25 cents a glass and knew that he was, couldn't afford her fancy citrus drink.
He almost robbed her just to make things fair.
Yeah, to hobble together enough to have a meal. He barely could afford his golden caviar for lunch.
You guys just don't understand his struggle.
Yeah. All right, moving along. Son arrested after gruesome discovery of father's body in East El Paso home. That means the pass.
Like El Paso.
Yeah. El Paso. Yeah, fuck you. It's El Paso from now on. In El Paso, Texas, a man was arrested in connection with a father's death in El Paso. Always read the stories. You know why? Claiming an alien had harvested his organs.
Just like that, huh?
Uh-huh. Yeah. On Monday, April 14th, James Adrian Contreras was arrested in connection with the suspicious unintended death of a 74-year-old Victor Contreras, according to the El Paso Police Department. According to the affidavit, the 74-year-old's body was found on Saturday with head injuries, a slit throat, several stab wounds to his neck area, and had been disemboweled by the aliens.
Wow. Wow.
Yeah. Oh, so I was joking with Sin before we went live. Like, I just started laughing when I saw this guy's mugshot. And I'm like, really? That guy harvested his organs. This guy disemboweled his own father. You want to see him? I believe you.
Yeah, I could see it.
Yeah. I mean, you want some night terror fuel? Imagine waking up and this guy's standing at the foot of your bed looking at you like that.
Yeah.
You've got problems.
You would think he's an alien too.
Yeah. Let's see. According to the affidavit, Victor was unable to open the front doors and the back doors of the residence. After walking around the home, Victor noticed the windows to his father's bedroom was open, and he smelled rotting flesh upon entering the window. Victor found his father with his head bashed in, legs crossed, and sheet placed over him. Victor then exited the residence and jumped into his Jeep Wrangler. Victor then sent multiple messages to his brother saying he needed to contact him immediately. Victor told detectives that Jamie had read the message but did not reply. After speaking with Victor, detectives were told that Victor Sr. and Jamie were the only ones who lived in the home. Detectives spoke to Victor's wife, and they had spoken to Victor Sr. over the phone. The first time, at 10:27 a.m., Victor Sr. had told her that he was having problems with Jamie and was saying that he was, quote, acting crazy again. Really bothers me that he crossed the corpse's legs.
Did he?
Yeah, that's what it said. It was laying there with the head bashed in, legs crossed, and a sheet over him.
Weird.
Because don't tell me you're going to sit there, have your throat cut, multiple stab wounds, your head bashed in, and you're going to keep your legs crossed during the whole thing.
You're not?
Well, we can... No!
Why?
The police have a vector on Victor. Nice. Little airplane reference there. What's the vector, Victor?
Honey.
James Under and Captain Over were in the military together. I was over under and under was over under. No, it was Captains Over, Done, and Under. And they were all in the military together. I was over Done and Done was over. Yeah. And I was over Done. And they do this who's on first thing. Fuck. Anyway.
What are you talking about?
Airplane. You never seen Airplane?
Oh, not in a long time.
The pilot, the
I
co-pilot, and the navigator are named Captains Over, Under, and Done. And they turn into this whole who's on first thing because they were all in the military together. And who was overdone and who was done over. Like over in terms of rank, you see? And they're just...
Did you did you see the movie Sicario?
No.
You should add that to your list. It's very good.
Like spelled how, Sicario?
Shit. Sicario.
Okay.
It's Josh Brolin. John Barenthal is in it. Benicio del Toro.
And? Like what about?
Josh Brolin. It's CIA versus the cartel.
Okay.
It's good.
Legs don't autocross upon death. I thought when I first read that it's like they don't uncross during death. Yeah, that happens. That's rigor mortis, man. Your limbs just shoot straight. Your arms are crossed. Or isn't there something disturbing about somebody killing their own father and then bothering to cross his legs? It's a weird detail. It's like, oh, he'll look like he's just chilling. No, he won't. He's missing his guts. His head's bashed in. His throat's slit, for God's sake.
The aliens.
Yeah. So they, where is it? Detectives with crimes against persons. What?
Crimes? Just crimes.
Detectives with crimes against persons? What is that, a private investigation firm?
Is it? Oh, yeah, that's got to be like a CI thing. Or not a CI, a
PI?
PI thing.
I guess, arrived at Hugo Tanks and asked Jamie where his father was. He replied, in heaven. At the time, this information only Jamie knew because he was the only person living with his father and no other family member knew he had died. When detectives located Jamie, they noticed he had a swollen right hand and a deep laceration to his pinky. Jamie advised that he had obtained these injuries as a result of battling. Really? It wasn't like OJ who cut his hand in a Chicago hotel room? Not from brutally murdering his wife and the guy that was trying to slide up in her DMs or anything.
It's in her DMs?
Well, there were no DMs in 94, but you get my point.
That was in her carrier pigeon.
I mean, that's...
I guess there were email, maybe.
In 94, sure. Yeah, there was AOL. But I mean, he had showed up there to return her mother's glasses that she had left at the restaurant. Uh-huh. I mean, true, yes, but, that's a neat excuse, right? As people are quick to say, that doesn't mean he deserved to die. Like, no, it doesn't mean he deserved to die. OJ fucking murdered two people that had nothing coming to them. Absolutely, yeah, OJ's still a vicious murderer for it, but I don't see the point in pretending that, he was just Boy Scouting his way around the neighborhood.
I'm gonna use that term in the future.
Boy Scouting around?
Boy Scouting around.
Yeah, I mean, he was just he was helping an old lady across the road and thought, I'll drop these glasses off. It's like, no, he had a cheap excuse to go over there, man. He was obviously sniffing around the rich, pretty lady who was like 15 years his senior. And I'm not saying, again, there's nothing wrong with that. It's just, come on, let's be a little bit realistic about how the world turns, that's all.
And he was scholarly walking around.
Yeah. Before authorities began investigating the death of Victor Senior, they discovered prior calls to the service that remained in the residence through... Okay, hold on. Where's the thing where the aliens did it?
The aliens did do it.
Because I was reading down through here and I came across the... The second call was made the same day at 10:53 because Victor Sr. said Jamie had hit him with a hammer and threatened him, saying, "Give me my power!" Yeah, Jamie's clearly out of his fucking mind. At least as evidenced here. There we go. In May, CIT officers were dispatched to the residence about an emergency detention order where the comments made to the CIT officers indicated that Jamie believed Victor Sr. was an alien. In July, CIT officers were once again sent to the residence, this time where the officers were advised that Jamie believed Victor Sr. to be an alien and was not recognizing him as a father. Ooh. Right. Have you ever heard about people with that particular kind of schizophrenia? That they lose the... It's a combination of a couple of different disorders at once that come together in a really horrible, disabling way. Facial recognition is a particular kind of memory, which is different than names and dates, which is different than directions. They're different kinds of memory. You can lose the faculty to have one type of memory and still possess the others, right? So you can... There's people that have paranoid schizophrenia, and they, because of which can often be comorbid with an abnormal brain structure, which impairs their ability to recognize faces. So think about it from, I'm not saying this is what this guy had. It just reminded me of that condition. And it's like, let's say he was suffering from access to paranoid schizophrenia. Okay. Put yourself in his shoes for a second. You think people are out to get you. You really, really believe it. You're overcome by intrusive thoughts along the lines of people out to get you. And now all of a sudden there's a guy claiming to be your father, but you don't recognize him as your father. And you really, really don't. That's not my dad. But he keeps telling me he is. And how the hell did he get in my house?
Oh, I mean,
You see what I mean? It's like, it doesn't excuse what they're doing. It's a call for attention to mental health. Like that's what I'm getting at here, is it's like, that's serious and it's not their fault, but they're also potentially lethal. So yeah, it's a mental health claim. It's tragic shit.
Schizophrenia is one of those things that it doesn't get anywhere near the attention and medication that it should get.
No, and how prevalent it is among the homeless is not surprising, but sad nonetheless, you know. Yeah. And if you full-blown schizophrenic, okay, odds are you're going to be in jail at some point because you're going to do something extremely asocial, right? But people that are just like borderline or mildly schizophrenic, they just go, yeah.
This brings the idea of asylums back. Like, were they really that bad?
I just don't want to see people locked away in like, you know, dungeon hellholes. But at the same time, out on the streets randomly walking around is not good either. So
not even randomly walking around, walking around and inflicting themselves. They don't want help.
Yeah.
Or they can't get it. Why not put them somewhere where they have no choice but to receive the help that they need and medication?
Yeah.
Or we could do what the Romans did and the Spartans did and just throw them off a cliff. I mean, either one.
Right off a cliff, huh? Rapid gravity therapy.
See, I like that. You're very good with PR verbiage.
You know who's not good with PR? People Magazine. This whole story is about how someone threw up on her on a plane. That's it. That's the whole story. Nothing more.
What?
Someone threw up on her on a plane, and she didn't notice.
How do you not smell it?
Well, she was relieved her flight was landing. Then her seatmate pointed out something disgusting. Exclusive! What? Exclusive what?
Yeah, how is this an exclusive?
Some social media influencer from TikTok who's looking to self-promote says somebody threw up on her Burberry coat. Like, that's the whole story? Yeah, that's People Magazine in the modern era, yeah.
I'm just failing to see how it's exclusive.
But they contacted, or she contacted them first, I guess. And those are totally her real lips, guys.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I wouldn't doubt it.
Mm-hmm. Well, he has to work at a college. You better be good at it. I slipped through the cracks until now, and they haven't found me out, so I'm fine. Did you hear about this? Not so much the J.K. Rowling part of it, because it's just her weighing in, but British Supreme Court. Yeah, a woman is defined as an adult human female.
It's a fact now?
Yep. It's a legal fact, which means the ruling by the UK's highest court means that trans women with gender certificates can be barred from single-sex areas legally.
What was her reaction to it?
Good.
That's all she said?
Well,
All right.
Well, after 5
Expected
Harry
a little
Potter
more from the
books and
author,
God
but-
knows how many else, she's a woman of few words. Am I right? I did. She said she was, quote, so proud, unquote, to know that women who launched a series of legal challenges over what a definition of a woman is. What a woman is? Who the fuck wrote this?
How come this is only...
Into sentence with is?
How come this is only an issue with women? How come we're not having the same conversation about what a man is defined as?
The same reason that, oh shit, what was that UK member of parliament called that when the person was asking, why is the gender equality committee in parliament not addressing these particular things that are men's issues that are particular and peculiar to men because they're men? And she laughed at it and said, as soon as we have equality of payment, we'll think about looking at your complaints.
Yeah.
Like,
Okay.
she was there and was the leading member of that committee. And it was like gender equality. What they really mean is promotion of women's issues.
Yeah. Okay. There we go. It's a little more honest about
Yeah. Well,
it.
I mean, that's what they think of it as. It's just, but I mean, this is officially the ruling of the highest court in the land. I don't know how that's going to shake out in the UK, but there you go. The thing I was really surprised at is during a ruling this morning, the UK Supreme Court ruled unanimously in favor of a legal challenge brought by For Women Scotland, FWS. The party who brought this suit were from Scotland? I don't know. I'm just used to hearing the most insane progressive nonsense coming out of Scotland. Okay. Do they have women in England? God damn it. I'm so alone.
Well, we don't know.
Someone is hacking crosswalks to sound like Elon Musk and Mark Zuckerberg. Did you hear about this?
No.
You want to hear it?
Yes.
Yeah, somebody did in the tech town where this is going on.
It is infamous.
Hi, this
Sure.
is Elon Musk. Welcome to Palo Alto, the home of Tesla engineering. You know, they say money can't buy happiness, and yeah, okay. I guess that's true. God knows I've tried. But it can buy a Cybertruck, and that's pretty sick, right?
Huh.
Right?
And it ends with,
I could hear him saying all of this too.
but the last line, I'm so lonely, or I'm so alone, rather. Yeah.
No, not that one, but
Somebody had hacked the voice boxes, whatever you want to call them, in Palo Alto to say this. It's funny. You could have done better, but it's also kind of frightening. It's like, wait a minute, is the left learning to meme? That's scary. Because that's kind of funny.
it doesn't even need to be a left thing. That could be anybody.
Yeah, that's true. But money can't buy happiness, but it can't buy a Cybertruck. That's pretty sick, right?
Do you think a leftist would say that?
This is what I mean. Maybe it's so inside baseball, somebody was not. I admit, it's much more likely that a leftist would program it if it was like an AI Elon Musk to say something like, I'm a retard. I think I'm the president of the United States, blah, blah, blah. Yeah, sure. To be so much more on the nose because they don't understand good humor.
That's where they miss out. That's where the left misses out on their memeing. Everything is just on the nose.
Yeah.
They have to weebo every joke.
Yep. I mean, think about it. It's okay to be white. I think there's lots of leftists that still don't understand how insidious that was. They don't get it. It's like, do you realize the bad position it puts you in because you want to say yes, but you don't want to say yes? It's like the one after that, Islam is right about women. I think that's even better.
Yeah, that one's perfect.
Yeah. It's like, go ahead, say yes, they are. Uh-huh. Or say no, they're not. Uh-huh.
Do you know what Joanne Fabrics is?
Yeah, sure.
So they're closing. Everyone is closed.
Yeah, they're liquidating all their stuffs.
And Shelly and I went to one of the stores, and we're going through the checkout. We got our stuff, and they have their Valentine's Days. I'm going to try to get through this without laughing. They have their Valentine's Day socks by the checkout. And it was the dumbest shit, dude. And I'm looking at them, and Shelly and I are standing in line, and as loud as I can. And there's, like me and Shelly, and then like 45 old ladies standing around getting their like yarn and shit.
Every time I go to Michael's, that's what's happening with a smattering of goth girls. Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
That's exactly. And I'm looking at these socks, and I'm like, babe, you see that? It says "me so happy," and there's a picture of soup. It's a miso soup, and it says miso. And I'm doing this.
I love it.
I like not yelling, but just talking obnoxiously loud.
Yeah.
And then there was another one. It's like, babe, look at that one. It's a pizza. It's a piece of pizza, and it says, "You have a pizza, my heart." Get it? It's pizza. And she is turning bright fucking red.
See, I would have kept explaining because you see, pizza sounds like piece of, right?
Next time, that's exactly what I'm gonna do. I'm like, she's gonna kill me one of these days, but it's so worth it.
Oh yeah.
I told my brother we went out day drinking Saturday, and I told him the story. He was cracking up, and I'm like, I know someone else who will like this story. I was thinking of you.
Oh yeah. I remember when I was explaining to somebody what a VCR was, like 5 minutes. It took 5 minutes for them to fucking lose it and go, "Would you shut up? I know what a VCR is." Like But I started back in the day, like before I was born back in the day. I'm like, see, for a while they had this thing called film. Now, film had to be developed, and you could play it through what was called and I did the air quotes, projector. Now,
I love that shit.
This person just looked at me nodding, thinking I'm going to stop. And I'm like, I'm going to keep going. I started explaining how you deposit iron onto a magnetic tape and then record a signal on it. Jesus, it was great. But when they snapped hard. Would you shut up?
That's exactly it. That's exactly how it goes. Just shut the fuck. I can see it. It says a pizza, my heart. I can hear Shelly yelling in the next room.
It wasn't that funny. Yeah, it was.
Yeah, it was. There's a pizza chain in Cali called Pizza My Heart. I would totally do that stuff with it. You should. You should do it loudly and with as many people around as you can possibly have.
That's a good name for a pizza joint. If it's your like neighborhood pizza and it's much beloved, that's a great name for it, man. It's like,
Yes, it is.
fuck Pizza Hut. Wait, do Pizza Huts exist anymore?
Yeah.
Okay. Well, you know,
We have
you know, they repurposed
couple
the
of the
Pizza
Pizza
Hut
Hut-
buildings for other things, but it's so obvious that it was a former Pizza Hut because of the shape of it and
Yeah.
everything. Like, I thought
It's
maybe
got
they
the-
were right out of business. I didn't know.
There's words. That's another line of yours I use all the time. English, my first and only language. They used they brought back the lunch buffet in a couple of them out here.
It has pizza on it?
Yeah, it's the salad lunch, the whole gimmick.
You know, my biggest problem with Pizza Hut, what it always was? Look at the cheese is bad, yeah. The sauce is tasteless, yes. But that dough, I don't know what the fuck was wrong with their crust, but it was terrible. Awful. Like it
Old Pizza Hut's crust was terrible. Or good. Good, sorry.
it's like, is this just flour and water? Or flour substitute in water that you've mixed together to make this crust? It doesn't taste like it's been baked. It doesn't taste like it was, you know, had olive oil involved or salt or anything.
Flour product.
Yeah. Soy or sorghum flour substitute, you know, that kind of shit. Let's rapid fire through some shit. American YouTuber entered island of isolated Indian tribe has had his bail plea rejected. You know this crazy Indian tribe that these people?
Oh yeah, I've heard about them.
Yeah. Off on shit, what's the name of the
The
island?
Wachutus or whatever.
They're the they said their name a whole bunch of times in this article.
Is that where Jim Carrey went in?
Well, no one's
the
contacted
animal
them
movie?
that they know of.
How has nobody genuine, like, you know, people can just make those drone shows. But how has nobody gone over one of these islands
North Sentinel
with one of
Island,
those
that's it, yeah.
with one of those drone shows and just made it into a face and made them
Only
think they
hug
were
your
seeing
dog.
God?
Not your wife. Be a
Just make them think they were seeing God.
Yeah.
There was a pizza place where I used to live in Yellow Springs, Ohio, called Ha Ha Pizza.
What do you dream about?
Oh, this-
What do you?
I like that one. Called Ha Ha Pizza. I'd be so obnoxious, jackass pointing and laughing. Oh, ha 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 pizza. I could see you doing that too, Steve Dave. Standing in front of it, pointing like Nelson. There was a pizza place in Fort Hakuchi called
That
Need
was
to Know.
wow. Had a hard time with that one, huh? That was I would have just said I just would have went a meg on him.
Huacocha?
Fort Foreign.
Yeah, Fort, but it's not foreign, it's American.
Yeah. It's fine.
Fort Coochie called Need to Know, Knead. Nice. For context, Fort Hakuchen is the main training base for enlisted level intelligence occupants for the Army. Apparently, you have to have a base level of intelligence to even pronounce the name of it. Thank you, Donkey Punch and Steve Dave.
Nice. And again, any of our donations, they're all below. Except for Drunkles.
Yeah, I want to see more of Polly's because that shit's good.
And I'm so poor.
That new $6 one is fantastic.
Yeah. You don't want to see anime ear strumming? Who doesn't? So this is the picture where they were, as they often do when any fishing boats or anything shows up there, they huck rocks and so this guy, he's YouTuber, goes all
Oh, wow.
yeah, goes all over the world. This isn't the guy who got arrested and bailed out. This is a guy that just, you know, goes all over the place. This is him in Afghanistan. I mean, doesn't that just scream Afghanistan where they've got like those paddle boats, like
The
swans?
swan paddle boats.
And there he is with a fucking, what, M60?
Good old American firepower.
Yeah. And so he's like, here, let me hold that gun while I take a picture.
Just walk away with it. That's what you have to do. Hey, can I get a picture with this? Yeah, thanks. Oh,
Right.
good. And just take the phone and walk away.
So he ends up in places like that and so on. And this is the guy that previously went there and they killed him.
Yeah, that's the one they ate, isn't it?
They believe that they ate him and they don't want to get his body back because, well, we don't want to disturb them to
Yeah, you know what?
Their fragile
Yeah.
culture, as they describe it, because we don't want to get his body back. I don't think they want to get the body back because it's all gnawed on. That's my opinion.
Well, yeah. What are they going to bring back? A bunch of fucking tooth marked bones?
Well, yeah, they could get Biden's uncle back at the same time, you know?
Yeah, they ate the last. Just be honest. They're sitting there going, they ate the last motherfucker that went there. I don't want to go. Well, I don't want to go there either. What do we say? Preservation of culture.
Yeah.
Perfect.
Well,
roll with it.
This guy was a missionary and went there to preach Christianity. This guy just went there for the clicks and views because I'm going somewhere where no one's ever been. So there's their reasoning. But it's, you're prohibited from contacting the island or going near the island or anything like that. He paid fishermen to take. This guy paid fishermen to take him there. The two.
And he's the one in jail.
Yeah, that had his bail denied. They take it extremely seriously. The Nicobar Islands Protection of Aboriginal Tribes Regulation of 1956 is the. He could face up to 5 years in prison if found guilty. Oh, wait, this is the guy who is... Okay, I thought this was a different... Because there's so many people that showed up there. 2 fishermen were killed and eaten that accidentally landed there because they had lost their navigation. They just fucked up. And it's a whole bunch of islands in there. And they're like, look, over there, an island. Let's make it there and then resituate ourselves by the stars. You know what I mean? Bad move.
I feel like, okay, it sounds a little lame, but I get the preservation of culture because they are uncontacted. So we get to observe like how humanity is evolving from a past age on this island.
Yeah, I take a guess. How many of them do you think are on this island?
People?
Yeah. Of the Centennialese on North Sentinel Island.
I'd say 400 maybe.
150.
Oh, so they're inbred.
I mean, it doesn't change my perspective on anything that's happening. I just thought the number was larger. You know what I mean?
I would think so too.
Nah. I just thought there was more of them. That's all. But apparently their best estimate is that there's only like 150 of them. I was like, wow, okay. So, I honestly think that there's a whole bunch of uncontacted peoples all over the place on Earth. It's just most of them aren't known of because they're, well, not contacted. And I know it sounds like a smart ass thing, but that's seriously my call. I think there's all kinds of people throughout South America that are uncontacted.
Oh, probably. South America, Africa.
Sure.
Who the fuck knows?
Why not? It just doesn't... People act like we've covered every area of the globe. It's like, no, there's a lot of land out there, man. Boom. German doctor charged with the murder of 15 patients.
Whoa.
Check this out, Santa. Always read the story because this gets strange fast. A German palliative care doctor, palliative care, somebody's dying, they're on their way out, palliative care. You're just making them comfortable, not trying to cure anything. A German palliative care doctor has been charged with murdering 15 patients using a cocktail of lethal drugs. Prosecutors in Berlin have accused the 40-year-old of setting fire to the homes of some of his suspected victims to cover his tracks. Wait, what?
Seems like a bit overkill.
Yeah,
like they're about to die. If they die, no one's gonna be like, I think this is fishy.
I was like, wait, hold on. Okay, I'm gonna read more. He allegedly killed 12 women and 3 men between September 21 and July 2024, though prosecutors have said that they believe that number could rise. The doctor, who has not been named due to strict privacy laws in Germany, okay, he's accused of administering an anesthetic and a muscle relaxant to his patients without their knowledge or consent. He worked in several German states, and the ages of those whose deaths are being treated as suspicious range from 25 to 94. It is alleged that the suspect set fire to the apartments of his alleged victims to cover up his killings on 5 different occasions.
Okay, so this dude was just way too suspicious.
Can you imagine whacking someone out and then it's like, now I'm off to their apartment? Gasoline, kerosene. Let's do it. A little bit of diesel fuel for that long burn. Like, what the hell?
That's fucking weird. But I am and people really dog on Canada for the maid thing.
Yeah.
But I dig it. Like if you're terminal and you're in pain And you shouldn't have to deal with it. You should be able to go to a doctor and be like, can you make it painless? I think that's okay. But I don't think that's what this dude was trying to do, because why is he burning the fucking apartments down?
Yeah, it calls into question his altruism on trying to relieve suffering, doesn't it?
Yeah, there's some
especially when
definite
they,
questions
there's
we
no
have.
proof that they even consented or requested this so-called treatment.
Well, they can't officially request it,
They can certainly sign documents like they did with Dr. Kevorkian, for example, they're not interested in seeing the doctor going to prison for murder because he's helping them out. So they do sign paperwork that hopefully in his various legal battles, he'll be able to use this to be, this wasn't murder. So prosecutors won't be able to say to him at a minimum that, well, we have no proof that these people even wanted it. Yeah, we do. Here, that kind of thing.
Yeah, it's fair. Good point.
Made shouldn't be used for depression. And there it lay. It's the same problem that comes along with capital punishment. In certain cases and highly contrived situations, it's easy to argue in favor of it. But then you remember who's the one administering it, the government. And it's like, whoa.
Yeah.
Like these people can't even charge taxes without becoming bloodsuckers. You know what I mean? They can't even administer something like driver's licenses without fucking it up. We're going to life and death decisions. Oh man.
No, shit like that should just be with a person and their doctor. The government should not be.
That's a strong argument for why marriage should have never been in the government's hands to begin with. Am I right?
I agree.
It should have, like, what the hell does it got to do with the government? It's like, it's all the taxes and shit. Yeah, that's why.
There is no reason why I should sign a contract with government that states that neither myself or my wife will fuck up at some point.
It kind of, in my opinion, pulled the skirt up on the argument or made the mask fall off of the argument. It's like, we just want to be treated like everyone else. Okay, here's my solution. Civil unions for everyone.
Yeah.
And the answer is no. Wait, what? Why? I thought the civil union gives you visitation rights, insurance, taxes, blah, 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 blah. All of that shit that you were looking for. It's a downgrade of marriage from, like I said, you want all those things? They should be understood as a civil union. Then they're for everybody. It's like, no. So you just want a marriage by the name of marriage because you're trying to stick it to somebody over something to make a social point. Fuck you. And all of these arguments about visitation rights and the privileges that same-sex couples have over everybody else. That was all bullshit. You just wanted to make a social point because when you were handed the option, you said no.
And it is the same thing for a civil union.
Yeah. Yeah. Man accused of setting officers on fire in Vancouver's downtown east side now facing charges.
Whoa.
Yeah. It's
all right.
This is fast, but it accelerates quickly. 2 Vancouver officers are recovering after a man allegedly set them on fire during an arrest.
Is that a pun? Accelerates quickly?
Nice. Yes, it is. I intended that. The incident happened Thursday night. They approached a man for jaywalking, but police say he attempted to run. When officers caught up with him, he tried to take them into custody. The man is believed to have used a flammable substance to ignite the officers.
An accelerant, if you will.
Yeah. Despite their injuries, the officers were able to put the flames out and call for help. The suspect fled again, but was arrested a short distance away after additional officers responded to the scene. He just lit 2 cops on fire. I mean, that's an interesting response.
Yeah, it seems a little hot in the biscuit.
Yeah. Things are hot in the old town tonight.
Yeah.
You want to see a plane crash?
Sure.
So here's what happened, like the aftermath. And it ain't pretty. Crashed into and just lit up. But right in front of a whole bunch of tourists, this plane went down. Which is a hell of a thing to see if you're a tourist.
Yeah, right.
And there it's going. That looks low. It looks low. God damn it. There you go.
It's loud.
You hear its propeller still going?
Yeah.
Yeah. It's like, man, that plane's a little low. Holy shit! Drunkle's fault. Probably is. Probably is. Do you think they're going to zoom in? It crashed right here. No, it didn't crash in Central America. Or did it? Oh, yeah, it did. Okay.
Huh? Look at that.
Yeah. So you go down to Mexico to enjoy a cabana and some tacos or whatever, and you see that shit. Okay, so we're running out of time, so let's go fast. Okay. Missing Tejano woman's body found buried in concrete under a shed in Olympia. I'm thinking, this is the thing about like poor disposal of bodies. You know, it's an ongoing thing with me. Like if you're going to kill somebody, like everyone seems like just really attentive at the killing part, but then they become really inattentive at the disposal aspect. But that's the part that'll get you busted. And nobody seems to care. I don't want people to get away with murder, but if you're going to do it, it's worth doing well.
If it's worth doing, it's worth doing right.
Yeah. So what happened was this guy was, here's what the whole story comes down to. If she was, so a shed is in the backyard and it's on a platform of concrete, of poured concrete as its base. And the woman was embedded and encased. They said encased in that. How did you find her then? That was my thought. Mob guys have been dumping people at construction sites for decades and getting away with it very effectively. I'm like, so somebody ratted this guy out. No, he had only partially covered her with concrete and she was half out of it.
Oh, so he didn't do the job.
That's what I'm saying. It's like you went through the trouble to pour wet fucking cement and you didn't get enough or it wasn't deep enough to cover her. And then you just built a shed over top of it?
That was dumb.
Yeah. I mean,
you're supposed to build like a dam or something.
Yeah, I mean, they found out about it because it was half exposed and this woman had been missing and they just looked around the property where he worked as a handyman and this was a new shed that he built and they poked around in there and boom.
Good.
Cheshire Smurf, thank you for the $6. Check out the plane crash in Boca Raton from Monday. The only survivor was the driver of a car involved in the plane crash.
Whoa.
I saw the Boca Raton story, but I didn't end up coming across it and pulling it up when I was getting together stories. Shit.
Yeah, I didn't even see that one. That's wild.
Which the top half, like she was laid on her back and it was only the top of her. So her arm, her face, her chest and one leg were not submerged in the cement.
Oh, this dude did lazy.
Yeah, absolutely. It wasn't remotely deep enough a pit and he didn't have, and even if it had been, he didn't have anywhere near enough cement to finish the job.
Oh, so and she wasn't even dead.
Yeah. No, she was dead.
No. Oh.
He killed her and then this is how I'm going to dispose of the body. It kills me that somebody actually mixed concrete in a wheelbarrow and then started shoveling it. Like, really? That's a lot of work to fuck up that bad at the end, man.
Yeah.
So,
did you even care?
Here's a guy at a bar called the Funk Flamingo. He's there for his in Britain, in Halifax, Britain, and he's there for his bachelor party. He's getting married in just a couple of weeks. Falls backwards off his stool and he's dead.
Wow.
Fell backwards off his stool, drunk, smacks his head, and it took him out. That was it.
At 29.
Yeah.
Jesus, young.
Yeah. So a few things. I like the name of that bar.
Yeah.
The Funk Flamingo. Yeah. See, that's a problem that I have with gay culture. That sounds like a gay bar. You know why? Because anything remotely flamboyant
Flamingo
has been like appropriated, man. You'd have to call it like, man, you've done steak bar or gay bar for years. I mean, it's just,
yeah.
You can't name anything remotely ranch or beef or anything without sounding like it's a leather bar, you know?
Yeah. Flamingo has a connotation to it.
Yeah. Why? Because they're pink because they eat shrimp? I just like the fact that it's a weird bird. You know, the funk flamingo.
Alcohol, liquor, booze.
Bubble.
No, I got alcohol, liquor, booze.
I got the bubble.
Oh. Carol Soldier, thanks for the $2. Carol Soldier, thanks for the $2. We had an explosion here in Austin on Sunday, along with a link. Boom. And CTP, thanks for the $6. Holly, and the knife strumming.
Nah.
You think that was a knife? I thought it was a large handsaw doing that.
What?
Dong did it dong 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 did it.
It's a fuck, I forget what they called it. A jaw.
Oh, one of them
It's a
harmonica
jaw
metal
strum.
things that you put up in your mouth and yeah. Yeah. Never seen that? Somebody break out a bow with rosin on it for like a violin and play a saw?
Jaw harp, that's what it's called.
A jaw harp. Hey, there's I Have Waffles.
Waffles.
Ooh, knife ears. Yeah. I've seen that as a prevalent style of anime figure, and I've never really quite got it, or anime character rather. It's like,
I don't even know who that is.
why that? Well, just the elf ears in general that stick straight out. And it looks it looks so much like a bunch of Fars characters with that have those straight out elf ears. Then when I saw the dong 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 dong, I was like, oh my god, hilarious.
I like it.
Yeah. So yeah, was this tragic or did he dodge a bullet? You decide.
I think tragic.
You don't know who he was marrying, Sen.
Oh, who is he marrying?
I don't know. Like you never seen that meme of Tupac Shakur with Jada Smith? And it says like, looks like Tupac wasn't so bad at dodging bullets after all because he dated her back in the day.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, you know, that's dark, but fucking hilarious.
That is funny.
The Great Moose Migration. Millions tuned in for Sweden's epic live stream. Have you heard about this?
No, but this sounds amazing.
Yeah, the moose are traveling, y'all. They go from like, they swim across a river. It always fascinates me that they're like, God, moose are fucking huge, man. They're monstrous. And they
I don't think people like, oh, they're big deer. No, they're fucking massive.
Yeah, man. Like you get a moose, you've got to field dress it out in the field just to be able to haul that fucker back. You got to leave its guts and its legs and everything out there because good God, they're like 1,500, 2,000 pounds, man.
Mm-hmm.
And half that's just the antlers. I can't believe those things regrow every season. That amazes me.
And the videos of them shaking them off are great.
Actually, I've never seen those videos. I should look that up.
There's one. It's like it. If I still have it sitting around, I'll bring it up Friday. Like the moose it's just walking and then it just shakes his head and antlers fly off.
That's hilarious. It's like them picking a scab.
Yeah. There's below.
But I looked it up, and here it is. This is the live stream. It's already up, and it'll be up for the next 20 days. There. I'm like, is it moving? Yeah, you can see this little bush. This is the lake that they, or the river that they transverse. I'll put this link in chat for anybody who, I'm going to keep it up. I want to see some moose. Some meese.
Mooses moosing around.
Yeah, meeses. It's like, there's 16 more days to them fucking around, and there it is. And you can show up in, I mean, what language are they speaking here? Swahili or whatever? I'm kidding. I know
Whatever
it's
they
not
do in
Swahili.
Sweden.
Holy shit. It's an alien. Look. See that in the distance? That's a
Oh,
UFO,
God.
bro.
It is.
I thought those were northern lights for a second until there's like 5 different cameras and it keeps switching angles and stuff. But obviously it's nighttime over there in Schweden. Yeah. So anyway, there's a link. Check it out. Oh, okay. There we go. Yeah. Great fun to be had. Okay. Colossal squid caught on deep sea camera for the first time. I was really interested in this. And when I saw the squid,
Ooh.
I'm thinking that could be AI art. We've been ruined. You know what I mean?
Well,
Like
let's see.
the suspicion of it. Let's take a look. Oh. Oh, come on, you. Get back in the center of the camera. There it is.
Doesn't look too tasty.
Well, I don't know. Depends on
But
the
it does
sauce.
look AI.
Like, I mean, that could just be AI generated. You can't trust nothing no more, man. They've ruined it.
You can't.
It's like, I want to see a colossal squid, especially a bioluminescent one, because I love bioluminescent stuff. I mean, I thought they swam by inflating their hood, like the main part of their body, and then squidding it out. I didn't think that they had little finnerets up at the front like that. Shows what I know.
Maybe the colossal ones are just different.
Could be. But it was the size of this fucker. They can grow up to 23 feet, weighing more than 1,500 pounds. That doesn't look like it's 23 feet or 1,500 pounds because there's nothing in, nothing for scale. You know what I mean? But I'd eat it.
Yeah, I would still eat it.
Yeah, totally. I mean, one of those tentacles, man. Can you imagine how many squid rings you could get out of that?
At least 6.
Yeah. Oh, man, imagine that. You know, fuck squid rings. You could have, like, squid patties.
Ooh.
For burgers.
Now we're talking.
Yeah. Flagellum? Is that what their little finnerets are called?
What? Got Flagellum?
I don't know. I'm trying to read what Mort wrote there. I'm like, was that Valine sent me this. This is from the White House, like whitehouse.gov. These sick criminals are who Democrats and the legacy media are defending. This is at the White House website. I love this.
Oof.
Brutal killers and rapists all taken off our streets in just the past week, thanks to the tireless work of Immigration and Customs Enforcement, ICE. If Democrats and the legacy media have their way, these sick criminals would still be roaming free. Here are just a few of the depraved illegal immigrants ICE has arrested in just the past several days. And it lists them all off. Man, that guy's got some serious fucking eyebrows, man.
Yeah.
Jesus Guadalupe Salazar. 23-year-old citizen of Mexico was arrested by ICE in Houston. Salazar has convictions for assault of a pregnant woman and violence against a family member in Hidalgo County, Texas.
I saw a post on Twitter, and it said something like, right now the left's heroes are murderers, or are exclusively murderers and gang members, or something like that.
I mean, this is a great example of, man, do not fight 80-20 battles when you're in the 20. What's wrong with you? How is this the fucking hill you want to die on, Democrats? I mean, you're asking for this kind of headline. Sick criminals, this the Democrats and legacy media. Yeah, you're asking for this. And you know what? They're going to cry foul on this one. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I mean, oh my God, can you believe that this is authoritarian, blah, blah, blah. You know, these people they have families. It's like, you guys, you got to pick your battles better.
But moreover from that, why do you want to defend this?
Because Trump, like, it's opposition to the strange orange man, even if it means defending sexual misconduct by vaginal sexual contact without consent, subjecting another person to sexual contact without consent, unlawful imprisonment, rape and anal sexual contact with a person incapable of consent. All to oppose Trump. Like, really, you guys? Fucking really? Yeah, really. Well, you're opening yourself up to this kind of, like, what would you call it?
I don't even know.
Yanking your mask off or something? I don't know. Like, what?
Having your mask ripped off, maybe?
Yeah. And even if it's not, like, he's able to caricaturize you in a certain way, and you're fucking making it happen.
Yeah.
I mean, it's not like he's unfairly maligning you as being on this side.
Yeah. You just are on that side.
Now, we've talked a lot about people smuggling animals. Remember the guy that was smuggling all the birds in the toilet paper tubes?
Yeah.
Yeah. Ants.
Damn it.
Damn it. Sorry.
delete this for Friday.
Valine sent me this article, and I was like, way ahead of you. Belgian teens arrested with 5,000 smuggled ants as Kenya warns of changing trafficking trends. They got one or two.
One ant per tube?
One or two per tube.
Oh, okay. All right. I'm just thinking, I'm talking prime real estate here. It's probably the best way that ants have ever fucking lived. You go, oh, mate, look at this. I'm used to being surrounded by millions of other fucking ants. I get me own tube. It's like finally getting your own apartment, right?
Apparently with this cotton and the nutrients in it, they could have survived in there for a couple of months.
Wow.
Yeah, and
That's a bleak existence, though, isn't it? You will live in the pods.
It's an ant.
Yeah, I think like they don't.
Oh no, they won't be able to continue
hobbies.
work on their artistic projects and magnum opus.
How else is he going to paint his minis? He didn't pack them.
There's the teens, and I love that. It's like, bro, we fucked up. We sure did, bro.
He's looking at him like, this is your idea, stupid.
Yeah, I mean,
right?
The question of why is a big thing. Hello, Drunkle, by the way.
Oh, hello. Yeah, apologies for my terminal lateness. It was very, very difficult getting away from work. As we know, I've had a lot on recently, so my bad. Sorry.
Hold on. I want to... Drunkle, hold on when you're on a fucking bar stool, okay? This guy in Halifax at his bachelor party...
He died?
Fell backwards, hit his head in the fall. Not like being stomped or anything. Just fell backwards and dead. At the Funk Flamingo, of all places.
Oh, God, you don't want to die at the Funk Flamingo. It's...
So be careful. Hold on when you're at a bar, man. Hold on.
Of course, yeah. I mean, get a stool with a back to it. Get a chair. Sit on a chair.
Yeah. There's stools with backs,
I mean, that's just a chair, isn't it?
It's a tall chair.
Very often you get reminded of how resilient the human body is. Like every time you get into a fist fight, you're just like, oh my God, yeah, absolutely fine. Yeah, I came out of that. I'm all right. But then also you hear guy died from stubbing his toe, and you're like, actually, we're weak as fuck. So which is it?
I think it was the particular angle that he fell at, cracked his skull at 29. Yeah. I don't think that it was 29 years old.
He was 29 feet up off the floor.
29 years old.
I guess that makes more sense.
Yeah. I mean, so
that's rough.
I haven't been able to discover why these ants, it doesn't even actually say in the story. Here's two guys that were busted just a couple of weeks before, sneaking out the same ants in the same tubes. So let's just...
These guys won't even look at each other, though. They've had an argument in the police car.
The other two were arrested in Nairobi, where they are found to have 400 ants in their apartment. And Kenyan authorities value the ants at 1 million shillings. The prices for the ants can vary greatly according to the species in the market. And it's I still am not clear onto what you're going to do with them.
And how much is 1 million shilling in real money?
7,700.
Oh,
wow.
Well, considering you're smuggling ants, that's an incredible amount of cash for an ant, is it not?
And it's also Nairobi, so really, did they expect to get caught?
Yeah.
Dad, do they not have ants there? What's going on?
Well, they got a fuck ton of ants.
Or were they like, it's Nairobi, who gives a shit?
These particular reddish, extra large ants are found only there. They're a native species. So, yeah.
You do, those are some pretty fucking, those ants do not skip chest day, Sin. I mean, look at them. They're bulking.
Yeah.
Look at the thorax on that one. Fuck.
Right.
Full of nutrients.
Yeah. You want me to scare you? It'd be like, oh man, I got bit by some ants on vacation. And it's like, oh, come on, how bad that could have been. They were African ants. Motherfuckers all of a sudden get respectful and be like, dude, you okay? Like,
Get respectful.
It's clear that these guys and these guys were just contacted, and it's like, hey man, you down for some ant tubes? You know how many times we've done this? No one ever gets caught. And I'm willing to bet that lots of people haven't been. You know what I mean?
Yeah, there's a whole nest of criminal behavior.
All right, that brings us to
I mean,
our,
I think they've made
colony
an
of
anthill
work.
out of nothing here. Like, you know. Sorry, go on.
our titular article.
Right.
Tempers flare as a few Republicans hold in person. I thought that said Templars flare, and I was like, really? Cool. But no.
Yeah, the new
Almost
Assassin's
cool.
Creed came out, didn't it?
I have got to show you guys the Assassin's Creed American Revolution clip. You got to see it. It's a show called Sons of Liberty. Okay, it aired in 2015. I didn't find out about it until now. It has 3 episodes in it, and I watched it, and the opening clip has Samuel Adams running along rooftops to evade British soldiers, and I'm like, what the fuck is this, Assassin's Creed? Like, you know, the Assassin's Creed-y way that you can run along things and slide down rooftops and jump over here and jump over there, the mechanics of it all, right?
Yeah, we don't call it parkour. We call it Assassin's Creed-y way of doing it. Yeah. What wasn't there was an American Revolution Assassin's Creed game, wasn't there?
Yes, there was. Yeah, 3.
Yeah.
And it's the producer said, we want it to be like that because we're trying to appeal to a younger generation. They wanted to make the American Revolution cool. So the way they appealed to the kids was, well, kids like video games, right? It's like, Sam Adams never ran from anybody in that way ever. And he certainly wasn't.
You don't know that. You weren't there.
Well, okay, but drawings of the guy still exist, and he wasn't a fucking heartthrob, which they made this guy out to be. And why was he shirtless so often?
Sam Adams, the heartthrob.
Well, do you know what I mean? It was
He
so
was a founding daddy.
it was so
Oh,
transparent.
Sinatra, yes. Oh my God, a founding daddy.
You'd have to see it to believe it, because it's what I said, what is this Assassin's Creed? It was when I was reading about it afterwards, the blatant historical inaccuracies, like the Boston Massacre, the torching of Thomas Hutchinson's mansion, like they all happened on the same fucking night. And it's like, no, they didn't. But, you know, they're trying to compress events to make it all super exciting and shit, right? And it's like, it was exciting. You guys just suck at storytelling and assume teenagers that play video games are also retarded, because that was aimed at the
This is all
stupid.
fact.
You know what I mean?
I mean, if you put in like a couple of like, you know, skeleton archers and a creeper in there, I'm sure everyone would give a shit about it. But no, you got to dumb it down. I mean, Assassin's Creed is cool as shit, man. I love that it comes into like these historical things. I always thought the American Revolution was a little bit close to, because I mean, in the grand scheme of things, that wasn't all that long ago, you know?
No.
No.
So like, where you know, you going through like, you know, you go like Da Vinci's Italy and everything, you get that. Like you can fuck about a bit. But you're getting a little bit. It's now. It's like, oh, we're gonna do like Assassin's Creed, you know, 9/11. It's just a bit too. It's not. You need a little bit more time in between now and then, you know.
Yeah.
Also, I mean, Ezio Auditore climbing up the fucking World Trade Center to stop it from falling down. That'd be amazing.
Put a chicken jockey in. I know what that means.
That's from the Minecraft movie.
Ah. Steve. That just keeps you in that clip of Jack Black saying, I am Steve.
Ugh.
Yeah. Anyway.
I mean, I'm gonna watch the film, but I'm not going to enjoy it.
I'll probably wait till
You
it's
download it?
on somewhere. Yeah.
I gotta wait for the HD version to come out.
Yeah, I'm not watching no cams.
Hell no.
Are they still running on this story? Won't we know about the Tufts University PhD student detained by federal agents? What we know about the Hamas and radical associated Tufts University PhD student detained by federal agents? Fucking CNN, man.
Oh, dude, the way they're like the guy, the one that El Salvador said that they are absolutely not sending back.
Yeah.
The way that it was ran, it's being run, I should say, on like regular news stations. It says father removed from country illegally. He was an illegal immigrant, but now there is no proof of him having any relations to any gangs, despite what the president of El Salvador says.
Yeah. The way I read it on AP, like, AP News has just, Associated Press has really lost the fucking plot because of you're the ones who decided to strike a progressive pose for several years. Like, here's the gold standard. Trans people will be referred to as this and that. You were the guys who set that standard and then decided to fuck with Trump over the Gulf of America, Gulf of Mexico thing. And being the only guys in the room that were willing to do that. because it's a stupid petty thing to do. And then when Trump says, you know what, I've had it with you, you're not welcome in here anymore, they're the ones who doubled and tripled down. We're going to sue you. We have a right to be anywhere we want. And it's like, okay, you know what, he might have to let you back in the room, but you've just kind of like cut yourself off from this presidency for the rest of the time here. Trump doesn't not hold grudges, you know.
Yeah, he's known for his forgiving nature.
Right. So all their articles now, when you read them, their coverage of it was, father with no criminal record whatsoever deported by Trump illegally. Wow. You guys are just advocates now. The Associated Press used to be bland international news that anybody could, wire up on, like UP, AP, those were the standards, right? And now you guys are just a collective of progressive activists. Great. But feel bad for the people that put their time in building your reputation.
Activism, but it's not true.
Yeah.
Like the dude, he was here illegally.
I could take his off the
presence. His presence in this country, in and of itself, is a criminal offense.
Yeah, everybody forgets about that, though. Honestly, they really, really do. You know what we haven't done in a while? Drunkle, you're Bergamont. There.
Am I Bergamont?
You are Bergamont. Yep. Sinatra's
nice to be back, boys.
Sinatra's a meatball sub, and so yeah, you're Bergamont.
Great to be back, America.
Yeah, the answer's still on the screen. But let's wrap this motherfucker up. We're going to talk about this titular article, which I admit was kind of a low-hanging fruit. But what am I going to do? Leave it alone? No. Knife-wielding Florida man with last name Cocaine arrested for allegedly attacking Subway employee with bad attitudes. He pulled out a knife at a fucking Subway.
The show too.
What's that?
His name like Johnny Cocaine.
No, Eddie Cocaine, actually.
Oh my God, that's still good.
Yeah, absolutely. There he is. There's Edward, or as I know him, Eddie Cocaine.
Eddie Cocaine.
Looks a little chubby to be a drug addict.
Cocaine sparked an argument with the employees.
Always does. Yeah.
That's half the comedy is just that they keep saying his last name, and in it that generates the comedy. What he believed was poor customer service, which quickly escalated after he hurtled over the counter, pushed one of the employees, and pulled out a knife. The knife-wielding customer was eventually talked down by a friend, and they both went out of the restaurants.
Restaurant? Is it Subway? What?
Yeah. The Subway staffers turned over the security footage, which captured every move Cocaine made in the store. Deputy sheriffs brought Cocaine and his friend in to be interviewed shortly after. It's so stupid, but I don't care. It's funny. Cocaine was able to confirm that the man in the security footage was him and admitted that he had crossed the line when he came and pulled out the knife.
Oh, fantastic work.
Does it say what the argument was about?
Yeah, poor customer service.
The guy give him like 3 fucking pieces of cucumber and he wanted more.
Yeah,
no one cares about the cucumber. So I had a Subway sandwich today.
I did too.
Did you really? What did you have?
I had a meatball.
Nice. Yeah.
I had what I call a Sinatra special. Spicy
Italian.
Italian. That's right, yeah.
But the spicy Italian doesn't have meatballs.
No, I'm not really in for the meatballs.
Sad.
Yeah, well, you know. I haven't had a Subway in so long, mate. And today I was like, I'm gonna. It's fucking like just over £7 for a foot long, like 7 English pounds. Jesus Christ, that's gone up. What happened to me $5 foot long?
They're $13 now.
Yeah, yes, they are.
Fuck me.
How much a standard meatball 12-inch for you, Sin, is $13?
About 11.
Yeah.
So no wonder this guy pulled a knife out, right?
Yeah. Even so, Cocaine was charged with 2 counts of aggravated assault, burglary with assault or battery, and battery. I love it.
Well,
Cocaine
was he trying to rob him? Now it's burglary?
Yeah.
That's because he jumped over the counter.
Well, aggravated assault, burglary with assault or battery. So it's like, I think as soon as you've like gone after an attendant in a place like that, they're going to call it burglary, I guess.
I'm glad they finally caught Cocaine because it's been running rampant for a long time, Polly.
And in 2014, I looked it up. Yep. He was charged with drug possession in 2014.
Oh, okay. When you got a surname cocaine, you should be like, I'm never, ever going to do that drug because everyone will just assume.
Yeah, I mean, you have to believe that his whole life with drugs started because just social prodding, right?
Yeah. What if his name was Charlie? Charlie Cocaine.
Chucky Blow.
Oh, Chucky Blow. My God.
See, in my mind, Maine Silverball has found his wrong side of the tracks opponent in the form of Eddie Cocaine.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But like Eddie Cocaine is also like, it's kind of like a sympathetic villain because, of course, he never stood a chance with that name.
No. It's like, oh, you met a waiter named Jeeves. Shocking. He never stood a chance.
Old Matthew Heroin.
Yeah. And
why me?
The thing that kills me is it's like, welcome to the New York Post, right? Which, I like some of the times, but then they're also like, they got page 6 and they're really into sensationalism and you can make this funny. Was it cocaine that he was charged with possession? No, Xanax. So why do you why do you have a picture of cocaine here? Like
you know why they have a picture of cocaine there?
Yeah, but I mean, still, I stand opposed. And if your mouth is watering right now, get help.
Well, it's looking at that $100 bill that's doing it for me, to be honest, mate.
That's a 20.
Is it? Oh, fucking hell.
Yes.
Still stands.
Yeah, there it is. And this whole story is just about how the judge laughs at him. Like, you got to be fucking kidding me, right? Like, it just, because it's Broward County in Florida. Because, of course, it's in Florida. Yeah.
I'm just, with a name like that, you would avoid any kind of crime. You'd probably go into like social work or something instead, wouldn't you? Like you try and like do some community work or something. Oh yeah, here's Eddie Cocaine again. Fucking do-gooder.
Yeah, here's
right,
right. That guy's such a goody two shoes, always feeding the poor. Fucking cocaine.
Whereas fucking John feeds the poor over here. What a prick.
Self-interested bastard. The
engineer in the chat says Matt amphetamine. That's good. That's good.
That's good.
Here's the 34-year-old defendant stood sheepishly at his arraignment Wednesday at Broward County, where Judge John Hurley exclaimed, "What?" as the bailiff announced the name as Mr. Cocaine. And then the judge exclaims, I thought I'd seen it all. He then asks Mr. Cocaine, how many times have the police told you to step out of the car in your life? He answered, just about every time I get pulled over.
That's, He's
you hand over your license and your Edward Cocaine. It's get out of the car.
Yeah. We're going to test this license for substances, Mr. Cocaine. He's a victim of circumstance. You can't. I mean, the thing is, at any point, he could have changed his name. But why would you? Because let's be honest, that name fucking slaps.
Yeah.
Eddie Cocaine? I mean, come on. He sounds like a fucking DC villain.
Cocaine explained that his family adopted the name when they emigrated from Greece in the 1920s. Cocaine said that back then they didn't know what the name meant, but the judge didn't buy it. Or maybe your grandparents knew and they just didn't tell anyone else. Like the judge is fucking with him.
Because he was so fucking high.
As he left court, someone shouted, "No cocaine, cocaine!"
I bet he's heard all the fucking jokes.
Met with audible groans.
He's heard it all.
You could say cocaine's lawyer. Cocaine's lawyer tried gamely to get past all the talk about his client's name and start the hearing, but the judge wouldn't let it go. "I'm still trying to absorb this, okay?" Judge Hurley said.
Wee.
Fuck.
Jesus Christ.
This case is off the rails. Now.
Hey!
Well, that's the end of our show. Ran a little long, but what are you going to do? Sin kept distracting me.
Yeah, I did actually.
But I'm distracted.
That was not helpful, this show.
Hey, Snowflame, my favorite DC villain. So there it is, ladies and gentlemen. Sin, if you got any questions, please put them out there. In the meantime, what do you got coming up for us, Sin?
I should have a video going up at some point on the Sin and Sash channel. Go check that out.
Bookworm Addict is drinking Earl Grey with bergamot. Just for you, Drunkle.
Oh,
In solidarity.
just with me.
Yeah. I mean,
For I am the bergamot.
this is Earl Grey with bergamot. Is it Earl Grey without? I thought it had to have to be.
I'm not an Earl Grey fan. Do Grey.
My link, Polydub? Your link what? Oh, what? To the story? Drunkle, what do you got going on for us there, buddy?
Unfortunately, not a lot, mate. I'm kind of slammed this week. So, I mean, as shown, look, it's fucking, this is 10 to 1 a.m. And I literally, guys, I came in, I took my fucking coat off, I took my shoes off, and I sat down and went, oh, good, the stream's still going. That's what's going on at the moment. If I can get back and do something, then I will. But chances are, I probably won't.
No. Fair enough. So this is the link that Kara Soldier sent over. So we're going to see an explosion right before I let you guys go, which it seems cool.
Oh, cool.
All right.
Yeah, okay. Brilliant.
Let's see. No? No? The Austin American Statesman? That's quite the illustrious name for a newspaper, gotta say. Okay, hold on. Which browsers here real quick, because it's not playing in this browser.
We want the explosion. It's worth switching browsers for.
I think so.
Uh-huh.
All right, there we go. New browser. No. Damn, no script.
The old browser.
Got everything so secured up the ass. Okay, here we are.
Oh, wicked. Oh, boy. Look at, wow, look at that.
What was that?
Yes.
A meth house? Or the house is gone, man. It just evaporated.
This might as well have never been there.
Where's the explosion?
Ah, we came in too late.
Right there. An explosion of attractiveness.
That's one word for it.
She's got little purple swan earrings. Yeah, that was sarcasm. That's not.
Yeah. No, I know.
That
Yeah.
was sarcasm. For fuck's sake.
Wow.
Yeah. Show moments before. What do you mean before?
We didn't. It was moments after.
Yeah.
Unless the house just looked like that in the first place.
Yeah.
Was it her fault? Or your
Probably.
health insurance?
I've got to blame someone.
Well, damn it. Okay. This is aerial view of North Austin home explosion. Well, explosion aftermath, maybe.
Fake news.
Oh, yeah.
This is misinformation.
That's the big disappoint, man. I was promised.
What a lovely area to
explosion.
live, though, eh?
Oh, yeah, it's out in the green. Yeah, it's just nice.
Yeah.
It's heard as far away as Georgetown, like outside of D.C. from Austin. That's incredible. One sec.
Oh,
All
Kara
right.
Soldier in the chat says 1
Maybe.
second. All right, so yeah. Okay.
All right. For you.
I mean, I was promised an explosion, bro.
Yeah, I'm waiting impatiently, man. What
We love an explosion. We'll walk through hot coals for an explosion.
and who doesn't put a little bergamot on their meatball sub?
Do you?
No.
No. Okay, right. So I'm not getting the you're poing me here. I don't know when you're being sarcastic or not.
The only thing I get on my meatball subs, I mean, if I was making them at home, it'd be nothing. But there's a whole bunch of free stuff there, and I don't want all of it on my sub. But I got to get something because they're charging so much. You know what I'm talking about here, right?
I do. I know exactly what you mean.
Yeah. So I get jalapenos and black olives, salt and pepper.
Yeah.
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 Oh, fried
I'm
onions
going
are
in-
really good too. Fried onions are delicious.
I go in there with absolutely everything except for the tomato and the cucumber because I can't be fucking with just this watery shit. But I mean, I don't even like olives. Put them in, motherfucker. Let's do it.
Oh, I love black
Pickles?
olives. They're
Can I have
awesome.
extra pickles? Can I have extra jalapenos?
Yeah. Their
In fact, stack that
jalapenos
bad
are
boy
reasonably
up.
hot. They're not just like small green peppers.
They're all right, aren't they?
Yeah.
Yeah. Stack that bad boy up, mate, because the salad is free. So, like, fucking give me as much as you can legally give. If you have to, fill up another sub.
Yeah, the caramelized onions, the little fried onions, they're extra delicious.
I find their bacon is somewhat lackluster, though.
Like bacon bits?
Yeah.
Huh.
Well, I mean, no, just it's just bacon, but it's like it's old bacon, you know.
Yeah.
It's
Yeah,
bacon that's been cooked and then refrigerated, and I'm not down with that.
Oh my God, stop. Because we're being gross or you're getting hungry?
Oh my God. Making me like so hungry right now.
I mean, I don't have that Subway money.
Jalapeno.
That's the state of my life I'm in. I don't even have that fucking Subway money. I might go get a 6-inch. That's about all I can really get.
I had the buyer's remorse, dude, after buying this today. I'm walking home, I'm trying to rationalize it in my head. Do you know what I mean?
You've got the 12-inch in your hands, and you're like, damn it. This is just...
Shouldn't have done it. But I was gonna treat myself.
Freemasons run the country.
Yeah, they do.
I've had a proper fucking harbor week thus far, man. I was just like, look, while I'm out, I'm getting a fucking Subway because I'm hungry. I'm getting a goddamn fucking Subway, and then I'm gonna go home and I'm gonna eat it, and I'm gonna have a nap, and I'm gonna wake up from that nap, and I'm gonna eat the other fucking half of that Subway, and then I'm gonna go back and have another fucking nap.
Oh, God damn it. It's a Facebook video. I can't play those because I have to be logged in. And I don't have a Facebook account at all. Well, let's just see. Kara Soldier, I also made you a moderator. I don't know why you weren't before, but there you go. See more on Facebook. Okay, here we go. Okay. All right.
Oh, no. Okay, cool. Right.
Oh, shit.
Oh.
That was fast.
I expect fucking POV.
Boom. So this is somebody's Nest alarm. All right, once again, 9-second video.
Oh, shit. Yeah, no, I mean, explosions are quite fast, aren't they, really? When you...
Well, yeah.
Can I go? Is it going to let me go a frame at a time here? No, it won't. Damn it. I love it. It absolutely rocks the fucking house. Come on. Whoa. Look at that.
That's some Paul's game there, Polly. Well done.
Look at the lover's swing here. It's like up in the air and shit.
God damn.
Oof.
God.
Kind of pretty.
Damn.
Yeah, it's blowing shit from the other house all the way over here.
That is bits of house. That's yours now. You can put that on your own house, and you can build an extension out of any debris that comes over. That's yours now.
You own it. I'd be really impressed if it blew this beam out, but something tells me this house isn't structurally sound anymore. You know what I mean? Like, you're going to need...
Any more? No, fuck no.
Yeah, you're going to need inspections and shit to see. Subway money? You mean bus fare? Okay, that's cool, bro.
That's because buses are fucking expensive as well.
Yeah,
man.
it's like, were you making a crack about how expensive public transit is? Because it is. Or are you making a crack at me that I can't afford a $13 sub? Because it's true. That's how much they want for him here anyway. Fuck, that's intense, man. That happened in a neighborhood just outside Victoria a few years back. A wife died instantly. Really? You saw the face fly across the screen?
Oh, good.
Welcome to the localized high pressure zone. Exactly.
Terrible.
All right, so there it is. Okay, thank you very much, everybody, for coming by. Thank you all of those very generous people who donated. It is greatly appreciated. And if you're interested in hearing some more of Sinatra, myself, and hopefully Drunkle,
that hurts coming from you, man. We're going to be back on Friday on the Silent Sin channel at 10:30 p.m. GMT, 5:30 p.m. ST, and 4:30 Central, and of course 5:30 a.m. on Christmas Island, Pollybobs.
Excellent.
Fantastic.
And if you're going to make it to Christmas Island, don't steal their local biodiversity, even in tiny little tubes.
Leave the ants.
Yeah. I mean, they got crabs there, but, you know, blammo.
Yeah.
There you go. There's
you
the
can
word
get cream for that, though.
Blammo. All right. Thank you for coming again, everybody. And in the meantime, have a good night and make sure you're aware of the meth labs in your neighborhood and keep your eyes
Turn
up.
your gas off before you go to bed.
That too.
Check all the knobs. All the knobs.
Have a good night, everybody.